Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to my channel and you are watching O Level Islamiat by Ayesha Azhar. Today I will going to share some important tips how to attempt Hadith. As you know that Hadith is a part of paper 2 and it is the compulsory question and it's question number 1 and you have a choice of 2 Hadith. That means that you will be given 4 Hadith and you are supposed to attempt any 2. For further details of paper pattern or content, you can watch my other video in which I have shared the detailed content and paper pattern. Now starting from Hadith, before attempting Hadith, before knowing the importance of Hadith or its explanation, you should know that there are 2 types of Hadith, same as we have done in the Quranic passages. In Quranic passages we have 3 themes, but in Hadith we have 2 themes. You can see over here that I have written 2 themes. First is rights and responsibility of an individual, and the other one is rights and responsibility of an individual towards his community. Now question is this, that in passages we have simply 5 passages separately set for himself themes, and next 5 for created world, and the last 5 for messenger. But in this case, in our Hadith, we do not have separate Hadith for each theme, or you can say that first 10 Hadiths are related to individual or last 10 are related to community. It's not like that. You will going to have mixed hadith, and in these hadiths you have to find out which hadith is based on individual and which is based on community. Now what is the difference between 2 hadiths? It's very easy. I have given few points and mentioned few bullet points. If you understand or understood these points, you will be able to discriminate between these 2 themes. If you are going through from an hadith which gives a benefit to an individual, which means jiska benefit only individual ko hoga, so that hadith will be a individual hadith. Mostly these hadith focuses on or emphasizes on the benefit of an individual. For instance, the performance of pillars or articles, you can say recitation of Quran, martyrdom, types of martyrdom, because eventually that whatever martyrdom or martyred is basically achieved by a person or a Muslim, that eventually give benefits to that person, to a Muslim, not to his community and not to any other person. So when you realize and understood that this hadith give benefits to that individual only, to an individual only, this means that is an individual hadith. For instance, performance of spiritual jihad or jihad bil nafs, when you are staying away from evil things and you are more into performance of your religious obligations and your social duties. That means that you are living a simple life, you are being modest in your life, you are humble, you are not practicing or showing arrogance towards other, and most importantly your way of living is through hard work and manual labor, and you are earning through legal means. You are abstaining yourself from all uneval activities. That means that all these things will benefit you only. It has nothing to do with the community. Basic first or foremost benefit will be given to this individual, to an individual, right? Same is the case with rights responsibility of an individual towards his community, which means the benefit or the rights and responsibility of an individual which he has to show towards his community. For instance, a leader, a pious leader, he has to show his duties and responsibility towards his community. Then when you perform charity or show generosity or being generous towards your guests, neighbors, towards your orphans, widows, needy or less fortunates, this means that you are giving benefit to your community as well. Definitely you will also get benefit, but basically you are giving benefits to other as well. Same is the case with buying and selling. When you are selling or purchasing anything according to the set instructions of Islamic principles, then developing brotherhood or taking care of your fellow Muslims, that means that you are giving benefit to your brothers. Then same is the case with the eradication of evil in the society, which means that you are using everything, and that means that you are eradicating evil by all means, like physically, verbally or through social media. Then again you are giving benefits, you are doing something for the community. So this is this hadith will fall in rights and responsibility of an individual towards his community. I hope this is clear that what are the two themes and what is the major difference between two themes. After explaining main themes difference, that what is the difference between communal and individual hadith, we will going to do that how to attempt our hadith. As previously in passages question, I explained you that how to attempt Quranic passages, what are do's and don'ts of attempting part A and part B. In this case, we also have some do's and don'ts. So the question, which is question number 1, in which you will be given 4 ahadith and you are supposed to attempt any 2 ahadith. Your first question, part A, will be that choose any 2 of the following hadiths, and A part is describe their teachings about what Muslims believe. That means that you need to explain the main teachings or explanation of hadith, whereas in part B you are supposed to explain that how these teachings, that is whatever you have written in part A, could be put into an action, how they can be into an action, or how you can perform this hadith in your life. So in short, I can say, or we can say, that you are supposed to explain whatever Prophet ﷺ has said in part A, but in part B you are supposed to write the implementation of hadith. But before that, you will going to write about Prophet ﷺ example as well. Let me explain you in detail. So in part A, how you will going to start, this is the point. So first of all, before starting, you can explain in your own words the main teaching of hadith, but be very specific that whatever you are writing, it should be according to the hadith, and most importantly, rephrasing should not be done by you people. So rephrasing is not allowed, as it was not allowed in Quranic passages. Number 2, avoid using should word. Explain whatever Prophet ﷺ has said in that particular hadith. You can begin your statement by writing that this hadith explains, it highlights, it tells us, it emphasizes, and then reference of hadith is required. In most of the cases, I have observed that students used to write quotation of Quranic reference in question number 1 of paper 2. This is totally wrong. This is not the pattern, this is not the right pattern, or this is not the way to attempt to achieve A's or A stars, right? So if you are attempting hadith in question number 1 of paper 2, you are supposed to give reference of hadith only. Alright, so hadith reference could be given in between your explanation, it could be given at the end, but definitely it would be according to your content. Then in part B, whatever you have written or explained about that particular hadith, you are supposed to write the example of Prophet ﷺ life, that how he acted upon his sayings. Whatever he has said in part A, how he performed in part B, you are supposed to write. So by giving Prophet ﷺ example, and then by following his example, how Muslims can implement the teachings in their daily life. So you are supposed to give examples from your life, and then definitely reference is also required in part B, but it should be of hadith reference, not Quranic reference. Alright, so I am summing up this whole lecture, that what I have explained, that how to attempt part A and part B. In part A, avoid using should word. Rephrasing is not allowed. You can begin your statement by writing that this hadith emphasizes, explains, this hadith highlights, and then definitely reference of hadith is required in between your content or at the end. It depends upon your explanation. And yes, most importantly, that your hadith should be relevant to your content. Then in part B, whatever you have explained in part A, that means whatever Prophet ﷺ said or explained in part A, you are supposed to write his example of the same topic in part B, and by following the example of Prophet ﷺ, how Muslims could implement this example in their life, and daily implementation will be there definitely along with the reference of hadith. So in case of any queries, you can contact me, you can message me. Do like my channel, don't forget to subscribe it and press the bell icon button so that you can know that whenever I have uploaded the new video. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.